The boys are making their way out to the field now, just moments away from kickoff. Dan has a really nice impact to get on.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Just a few minutes from kickoff now. We're just waiting on the girls to finish their game here. They're playing a bit of rugby sevens, and we'll be right along with you.
The boys are making their way out to the field now, just moments away from kickoff.
Dan has a really nice impact to get on.
The boys are making their way out to the field now.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for all tuning in this evening. As you can see, the lads are still just finishing up their warm-up. Kickoff will be about another 5 minutes, I would say, so apologies for the delay. In the meantime, here's a note of our next fixture. On the 12th of October, finally UAE Division 1 getting underway for our second team. And their first fixture will be Tigers away. 3 p.m. kickoff. We'll be live on our YouTube channel as usual. Thank you all for tuning in, and we'll be kicking off soon. Hello, team. We are just minutes away from kickoff now. The ladies have finished, as you can see. The ball is awaiting on the halfway line. And we'll rifle through the starting lineup just for you. We've got some great debutantes and some exciting squad put together for today. So, starting in our front row, powerhouse Henry Paul joins us for his debut. Joins us from the championship, so we're looking for a big performance. Lindsay Gibson, stalwart, and try scorer Dan from last game. Alid Morris, sponsored by RCSI. Last year's player's player, coach's player. Away through returning from last year. Charlie Farmer had a great try on his debut last week, so we'll be looking for a big performance again. Rory Drummond, usually on the score sheet more often than not. And of course, Alistair Crombie, Captain Fantastic. Age is just a number. And then we're on to our back line. Half-back partnership of Romeo and Cormac Fox. So a new partnership for the team. Really exciting. James Newey, another debutant today. Made his debut in the commentary box with me last week. A few of you will remember. So looking for another big performance. And then we've got Greg Heath, Josh Petro, and Logan Murphy. Absolute dynamite back three. So that's an exciting partnership we're looking forward to seeing today. Let's go Bahrain! Here they come, the men in red, making their way to the pitch now. They'll be chomping at the bit to get going after a little bit of a late kick-off. Starting the day early as well, travelling all the way from here, from Bahrain this morning. So they'll be looking to get the journey out of their legs as early as possible. It's never easy flying and playing on the same day. But that's the nature of the league, unfortunately. But they'll be looking to start quick, have some good energy, and hopefully get some points on the board early. Thank you all for tuning in as well. There's a lot of you all around the world tuning in to support your brothers, your sons, your husbands. So it's fantastic to see. So thank you all for the support. And of course the support of our sponsors. Without you guys, wouldn't be possible. A lot of our players are sponsored this year as well. So there is an opportunity to sponsor a player. A lot of the players have already been snapped up. So act quickly if you are interested in that. Get in touch with the club. It's always grateful. We're always grateful for that sort of support from our members and companies around Bahrain. It's great to see. Really good mix of old and new faces today, so a lot of new partnerships. Obviously going into our second pre-season game. Looks like there is absolute mayhem on the pitch at the moment. We're just waiting for everyone to clear off so we can actually kick off. It's a very busy day here at the Zayed Sports City. But we won't be long. There you go, we are about to kick off. AD Harlequins playing right to left. Bahrain receiving. Be good to get their hands on the ball early. They'll be looking to take this clean and really make some inroads. Really nice turnout here as well. We're on the hill pitch side. Really good support at this club. It's great to see. The home supporter will be plenty vocal, I'm sure. Aidan Ascot joins me again on camera duties. If the camera is shaky, if the shot is missed, if the try is missed, please blame him. I am just a weary commentator and running the stream. Let's go Bahrain. Another delay.
He's saying it's hung up as if they're going to fucking kick off, man. It's a friendly. Not on me. Yeah.
There we go. It looks like we are almost ready to go. Referee's just playing with his bralette or something of the nature. Tonight's 33, a little bit cooler than last week. Should be a little bit drier. There's a little breeze in the air as well, so the conditions are slightly getting more and more forgiving every week, which is nice for the players and supporters. Hopefully some really good rugby on show tonight. And now it looks like we might be waiting for a ball. It's hard work getting a game of rugby going in Abu Dhabi by the looks of it. I'm not sure what's going on. Maybe the referee's comms. Just getting those dialed in. We hope everyone at the clubhouse is enjoying themselves as well. We hope it's full to the rafters. Hopefully you'll be bouncing off the walls after a few tries from Bahrain here early doors. And we are just moments away. Here we go. Really nice take early doors. Rory on the charge, as he so often does. Bahrain looking to play. Not shy to play out their own half, particularly in pre-season. Let the boys play. Dan, absolute monster carry from Dan early. That's lovely to see, the big man on the charge. Cormac. This is nice and slick. Really nice quick ball. Bahrain will take that all day. Just not releasing the ball carry. Really nice start for Bahrain. That's some clean phases early doors, some really nice carries. Dan an absolute trundle down the middle. That's a huge carry. He's looking really powerful in those, especially in those early encounters. Obviously scoring on debut last week, carrying about 4 Doha defenders over the line with him. So he is dangerous in open play, as well as a set piece. Forwards coach Lindsay Gibson throwing in here as a hooker. Tried his hand at back row last week. He's starting to feel more and more at home there. But he's still hitting those darts like an absolute pro. Back ball is not a problem for him. Oof. Lovely. Bahrain really looking to spread the Quins' defence early. It's looking organised. It's looking tidy. Cormac running things beautifully there as well. And Rory is through the middle, making some really nice yards. That's a great clear out as well. That's fantastic by Dan. Oh, unlucky there. She's to clean that up. Oh, they'll do well. We'll take that. It's unfortunate. Look like Quins might have a good chance to counter-ruck there. Really nice start from Bahrain though. Love to see it. Really positive rugby. Really dynamic in those carries. We just look to get points on the board early. Going straight for the corner. They had some success with the drive-in maul last week, with Mackenzie breaking off the back, scoring just in that right side. So it'll be interesting to see what they do. Looks like they're just on the 22 mark, so might be outside of their driving maul range. I'm sure Cormac would have liked to get a little bit tighter to the 5 metre there, but can't have it all. Not clean from the... Unfortunate. Disappointing. Lindsay and the boys won't be happy with that as a result. Don't want to squander too much ball in there. 22. But they'll take that all day. And it looks like they could be in danger of scoring under the post. The referee's pulling it back for the knock-on by the looks of it. Yep, good opportunity to test the scrum early. They had really good success last week against Doha. We'll see how Quins fare up now. Obviously still pre-season. Teams testing out different front rows, different teams in general. So not always telling of what's to come for the season ahead, but it's a good marker. Romeo with the put-in. The South African man working at In Touch Clinic now. Shout out to them, club sponsors. So looks solid, good base. Looks like a real stalemate there. Bahrain with a little bit of a nudge on. That's lovely, that's clean. They could be in the corner there. Yes. Nice, beautiful finish into the corner. Looked a little bit easier than it should have been. Quins won't be happy with that D. Didn't quite get over quick enough, but that was some slick hands. Some really nice handling. All stemmed from that perfect ball. Nice set piece. Lovely. Good to see Bahrain get over that line out error, but they'll be looking to really dial that in now. As the season starts, reducing those errors is going to be a big part of doing well in the league this year. Beautiful slot. Cormac, no mistake from there. That's a lovely kick. Great confidence booster for him. It's a nice early lead for Bahrain. Looking really strong. Quins might look to kick deep here and really get Bahrain stuck in their own half. They have done that, exactly that. Rory, I'm sure, will just carry like an absolute brute. He does, that's clean. That's lovely offload. Romeo. Josh with a bit of space out here, out wide. He'll look to chip and chase. He's just outside the 22. Perfectly weighted, just would have liked a little bit more height on it. Lovely cover tackle. That's great work by Romeo. Lovely. Not a bad outcome for Bahrain, back onto the 10-metre line. They'll take that. Really nice work from Romeo there as well on the cover tackle. There's a few of them last week where he's working hard in defence to get back. Never taking anything for granted. So another Bahrain line out. I'm sure they'll just look to shore up this line out now. Maybe a simple option. They've gone for a full line out. They've gone back ball. Absolutely no doubt. The confidence of that is fantastic. And it's perfectly double tops for Rory at the back. Oh, Quins get their first penalty. Let's see what they can do now then. They'll look to send this straight into the 22 as far as possible. Not a bad nudge, not quite in the danger zone, but might just think he's just snuck that inside the 22. Just a reminder, we are playing just 4 20-minute quarters again, as it's pre-season and because of the heat. So I'm sure that there'll be plenty of interchanges throughout those quarters. So Quinn's just managed to retain by the looks of it. Plenty of pressure on. I know. Bahrain just got to stay on touch. Nice D there. They'll be looking to get off the line. Not giving Quins much space, but just a little bit over eager. I'm sure Quins will do exactly the same thing, just pump it straight into the corner. Let's go, Quins first line out. See how they fare. They've gone to the middle ball, not clean. Nice Bahrain bursting through. Just a knock on. Go scrum time. Not a bad outcome for Bahrain. I'm sure they'll look to assert their dominance in set piece. It was a fair stalemate, to be fair, the first scrum. But they'll really look to compete here, especially in their own 22. Big Dan, Henry Paul, that's a powerful front row. I would say Gibson, but he's about 20 kg off a hooker anymore, so he's more of a back row. But throws darts like a pro. I'm a poet as well, apparently. Let's go. 11 minutes into this first quarter. Bahrain looking to snuff this. But it's a solid scrum from Quins. Really good base. They've got clean ball there. And they're spreading. Oh, that's unfortunate. Crossing is called. And Bahrain looking to clear their lines. They'll be hoofing this into Zayed. Yeah. So it's probably going to smash our laptop and camera. No, survived. Not a bad effort, Cormac. Better luck next time, mate. But he's cleared it just outside the 22. Bahrain still won't be happy here. But haven't been shy to play out of their own half, which is really exciting. The ball will be fairly dry still at this stage. It's not too humid out here tonight. Still 33 degrees, but it's that humidity that really makes the difference, especially with handling. Lovely ball. That is so clean. They've loved that back option there. And Rory up the guts. Oh, just a little bit of a forced offload. Just didn't need to go. Won't be happy with that. I think it was Alid who just managed to spill that forward a little bit. Last year's player's player, coach's player. Just couldn't quite take the ball to the gut. Going back for the knock-on. Won't be happy, but that's a lovely line-out ball. They'll be upset with waiting that. If you're not subscribed to our YouTube as well, ladies and gentlemen, don't forget to click that subscribe button. We've got plenty more content coming out soon. Plenty more behind-the-scenes footage, interviews with the captain. Plenty to look forward to. Get subscribed, put the notifications on, and you'll be notified when we are live, so you'll never miss a stream. Quins put in. They've had a really strong base. That's great. They'll take that all day, the Quins. We'll see how it starts to develop as the front row starts to tire, but that is really solid from the Quins. Just can't quite put phases together in open play. Bahrain do well to clean that up. Nice turnover. And then they'll probably look to play here a little bit. Is that Logan? Logan brushes off the first. Romeo, some really zippy passing. Oh, not what he would have liked to do in his own 22. That nearly cost Cormac then. He'll want to put that right behind him as soon as possible. We won't be happy with that, but... So we're going back for the knock-on. It was advantage anyway, so... Nothing lost, fortunately. Yeah, really strong pack Bahrain have out at the moment, and Quins are really there with them, especially at set piece time. Scrum time. They're not taking a step backwards. Bahrain just look to shore up some possessions now, I'm sure. Just a little bit erratic offloads that aren't quite going to hand, that don't need to be given. Just look to build some phases. Just a few minutes left of this first quarter. A little weather update. Let's see if the weather has dropped a little bit. No, we're still at 33 degrees. Feels like 39, so a little bit of humidity in the air, but it's nothing like it has been in the last few weeks. And a slight gust of wind, which has probably taken a lot of that humidity away, which is actually quite a nice relief considering the weather around the last few weeks. Another Bahrain put into the scrum. Let's go, Bahrain. Really solid. That's beautiful. Rory carrying out. He's managed to get that offload away again, but it's gone to hand this time. Unlucky. Crombie's just been isolated there a little bit. No one there to clear out. Rory needs to be careful there. Chirps into the ref. He's not happy with that call. But Quins look dangerous here. They've got some quick ball. Going back. And the Quins penalty. So going for the scrum by the looks of it. Like I said, pre-season game, why not? Let the boys play. No point in taking the points. Nothing gained. Get as many minutes, the ball in play as possible. Really interesting battle at set piece time. Both sides just absolute stalemate on their own ball. Sure, Bahrain will look to turn this scrum just a little bit to the blind. They could be set to go blind. Looks like they're going 8-9. Romeo does really well, closes them down. Is that advantage? So the ref yet playing advantage. Quinn's got a free ball here. Be interesting to see what they do. They look to play anything fantastic. They keep it simple, keep it tight. It's just dropped it. Advantage over. Another Quinn's penalty. Again, I hammer this straight into the corner. Looks like the ref's not happy with something from Bahrain. He's calling the captains in. I'd imagine it's probably a bit of chirpsing. Some of the Bahrain players potentially disagreeing with the calls, but can't be doing that, lads. Take it and move on. As we've got a little break here, a little reminder that those of you that weren't with us earlier when we announced our second team kick off their proceedings on the 12th of October. That'll be our next official first or second team stream. Keep an eye out for any other streams. We may be streaming the Golden Oldies Causeway Clash next Friday, live on the YouTube channel, where we welcome Riyadh, Kobar and a Navy side over to Bahrain for a 10s tournament. Our Golden Oldies representing. But Friday the 12th of October, so our second team will be taking on Tiger's second team at their place, 3 PM kickoff. It'll all be announced on our socials. This has got to be getting towards the last play now this quarter. Hasn't been too many complete stoppages, so our clock should be quite accurate. Sounds like a few of you may be experiencing a little bit of glitching with the stream. I think that would just be buffering from our side. We are on a mobile broadband router, and it might be struggling a little bit here with our signal. So I apologise for any buffering that you may be experiencing. We are doing our best to provide the best possible stream we can to you. Please bear with us. We'll have a look at the break and see if we can do anything to amend that. Bahrain do really well. They turn it over. Snuff any chance of Quinn scoring before the first break, and the refs called it. Water's coming on, and we'll be right back in about 2-3 minutes for the second quarter. Stay tuned.
The boys are making their way out to the field now, just moments away from kickoff.
Dan has a really nice impact.
So we're just moments away from starting the second quarter. I think just one small change. Greg Heath coming off with a little bit of blood. Just a cut above his left eye. Nothing too major. I'm sure he'll be back. He'll give us all a chance. He's too handsome as it is. So a little cut, a little black eye. Gives a bit of a chance to catch up. No kickoff to start the second quarter. Just start straight from the scrum again. Bahrain will look to clear this and start playing in Quinn's half, I hope. Let's see. Yep, and they do so. Cormac clears nicely. A little bit too far in. Would have liked that a little bit closer to the touchline. But that is out on the full by the, out on the full by the looks of it. Nice. Wasn't much in it. Bahrain will take that. They will not want to move from this half now. Some good phases in the first quarter, but really failing to make anything materialise. Just a few handling errors. Line out not going to hand in the danger zone. Just frustrating errors, but nothing that can't be ironed out. Looks like Bahrain definitely do have supremacy in the open field. Lovely. Take that nice simple ball straight into the middle to a way through. Cormac taking it to the line beautifully there. Busting Rory up the middle. Doesn't hold on to it. I think that's just slipped out of Rory's grasp as he's on the ball, on the floor. I think the talk might have been just start to lock Quins down in their own half. Play in their own half. Let's do well, clean it up, and they nudge into the corner. It's a decent kick. Josh manages that well, and they're coming back. Penalty. Not rolling. Penalty Quins, not rolling away. Another frustrating penalty for Bahrain. Just not being able to get quite into the mix. They look really slick, and then just nothing materialises for them. But it's early doors. Quinn's doing well to snuff out the attacks. Dealt well with some kicks. Little helicopter over field there. Sorry if that was loud for you. Quinn's keeping the line out fairly simple so far, but it hasn't been the cleanest form of ball for them. And again, they don't get clean ball. Roy straight through the middle. That's Khalid, sorry, my apologies. Another bold brother. Nice pressure. Ah, it's unfortunate. Another not rolling away, lads. They really need to dial in this breakdown. They are just letting Quins off easy. They're putting great pressure on at the set piece and then just squandering any pressure they can put on them with simple errors. Quins back into the Bahrain half just by the skin of their teeth. It's like a little injury here. Doesn't look too serious. Who's that? Henry Paul on his debut. He's got a little boo-boo. Can't quite see what's up with him, but seems to be vertical and awake. Hopefully not a head collision. Is he holding his nose or his head? There he's up. No stopping the big man. Incorrect. He is off. There is stopping the big man. I'm sure we'll be back. Just getting choked on by Lemma. a physio from In Touch. Alistair Crombie, captain as well, just taking a seat here on the touchline. Looks like he might be having a bit of a calf strain. So those old bones don't hold up too well under this heat. But he seems to be in okay spirits. Doesn't seem to be too much pain. Right, let's see if Bahrain can spoil another Quins lineup. Lovely ball. Nice and clean from Quins. Some slick hands here, that's really nice on the gain line. They've got some space here, Drain does really well to block that, that's beautiful. Nice step inside, Gibbs is there. Gibbs will just carry here. The little Gibbo shuffle. He's squeezing the ball there, but he's been isolated. The clear out is not there. Josh not quite managing to get the clear out. James Nui as well. Another frustrating penalty at the breakdown for Bahrain. Not what they want. Gibbo just taking a knee as well. Looks like the wind's just been knocked out of him. Also probably just looking to slow down this Quins penalty. But not quite sure again what it is. Looks alright. Gathered himself. Very disjointed first 20-25 minutes of this competition. Quins go to the crossfield. That's dangerous. And they've regained as well. That's unfortunate. But that is Bahrain just switching off at penalty time. That's a really nicely worked try. And we didn't capture it on camera. Apologies for that, but that's a beautiful cross kick off the penalty. And the bounce just... Quins managing to regain as well. It's a bit unlucky with the bounce of the ball, but that's all it takes sometimes. That's a beautiful try from Quins. Matthew McKee coming on to the front row. Absolute stalwart. Over 10 years with the senior rugby team. Making his way under the posts. This to even the scores. It's a nice strike. And he's over. Really nice kick. We'd be happy with that. 7-all then. 30 minutes in. Really frustrating period for Bahrain. Some changes coming on, which will look to bring some energy. But they won't be quite happy where the momentum is at the moment. Quins doing really well though. They're really capitalising on some poor work at the set, not the set piece, the breakdown especially. Cormac kicks off. Sort of in that middle ground, not quite long, not quite short, and not quite smashed by a Bahrain player. Lovely rip. We'll take that. Has that been knocked on? It has. That's knocked on from Bahrain. Unfortunate.
How have they dropped it?
Is it our ball? Their ball?
It's their ball.
Is it their ball?
They've thrown it forward.
Yeah.
How was going off?
Cameraman's not happy.
Oh my God.
Aid Nascott absolutely fuming with that call.
Probably why I'm not on the mic.
I've told him his camera's on, but I've muted his microphone. Too much profanity. Again, we apologise for any buffering or choppiness you're getting on the stream that side. We have the best connection available to us. We apologise for that. A full HD recording will be available if you want to watch the game back on our YouTube channel. go, Quins in. Quins put into the scrum. Mad Dog's first chomp of the bit. Matthew McKee on that loose head side. I believe Dan's still on as well. That's a big, heavy front row, but Quins have got supremacy there. They've got a really nice nudge on, and they go blind as well. They're in some space. Looks dangerous, but good cover. Bahrain on the scramble here. They will have to work really hard to get back. They've managed to slow it down just enough there, and they can get off the line. That is great. He's made him right at the line. That's an absolutely fantastic hit there. I believe that's Mackenzie with the scrum cap on. He's done so well. Bahrain just snuffing this. They need to slow this down as much as possible, and they've got their full line out now. That is perfect. Good defence. They're reorganised. I've got to get off the line here. Get off the line here. Quinn's putting some really, really nice phases. Oh, commentator curse. Just as I say that. Very simple knock on. Under a little bit of pressure, but they've got the penalty. A little scuffle here with Lindsay Gibson. Little cheeky chaffinch. Right, simple nudge into the corner. And Quinn's first real attacking threat in the Bahrain 22. That is clean, that is clear cut. They've got a really good chance to set up a maul here or have a nice back strike play. They've looked pretty slick in patches. About halfway through this quarter. Bahrain will not want to go behind here. The momentum's definitely swinging towards the Quins. Little break here. I think the clock might be off. But no, we're underway. Interesting to see what they set up here. Looks like they've gone for a full man. Full line out. Onto the back, off the top. They're setting up. They're looking to go. Bahrain will need to snuff this early. They do so. The ball's down. They've slowed it down nicely. And they've got to get Quins going backwards here. Quins just looking to build phases. They don't need anything special here. They just want to camp out, wait for Bahrain to make an error in defence, wait for that defence to open up. But that's a lovely tackle. Got off the line really well away through. Love to see that. Another penalty at the breakdown. That is the theme of the evening at the moment for Bahrain. Quins will just take that all day. Pressure's really getting to them at the breakdown. There's just silly errors. Bahrain just need to collect themselves, calm down, trust in their defence. Not every ruck needs to be a turnover. They've got the hitters in this team to just push teams backwards if they're well organised. Looks like a yellow card for Dan. Unfortunate. He's had a pretty good night. He started really strong. But he'll have a little bit of a rest. We'll see if we see any more of him this evening. It'll be interesting. But he won't be happy with that. But really promising from him so far. Quinn's put into the scrum. They are not opting for the scrum, they're going straight for the corner. Let's go a little repeat. Another chance to put Bahrain under real pressure. Be interesting to see if Bahrain compete here or just stay down and look to sack. Look to get The Quins going backwards early. Quins pack really starting to look like they're getting their ears are perking, building their confidence. Really starting to come into this game now. That's a nice clean ball at the front as well. They've set up nicely. Bahrain stopping and the ball's down by the looks of it. Hopefully not dragged down by a Bahrain team. Yes, nice. Really nice. Bahrain's turned it over there. Now it's time to get out there half. Start putting some phases together. Looking after the ball. They've really got to shift this momentum if they want to get some more points on the board, because they have been really nailed down in this half. For some time now, it feels like forever. It's only been 15 minutes, but it's a long time when you're in your own 22. Over 120 of you watching tonight. It's great to see. Thank you all for the support. Bahrain are just getting started. It's a really long season coming up, especially with our second team now coming into the fray. Bahrain just managed to clear, not the cleanest clearance, but they're out of their 22 at least. Not a bad result. But Quinn's line out looks to have cleaned up a little bit. But no doubt they'll be putting some pressure on here. There's no sitting down and sacking here. They'll be looking to get up in the air and disrupt. Away through a really big threat in Bahrain's defensive line out. Returning from last year, his first season last year, and now working at the American school. Nice, and there he is. Collects the ball. Lovely. Nice, tidied up. Gibbo carries, but that breakdown's still not clean. I feel like they're still playing. It's nice confidence. They're still playing out their own half. There's some really good pace out on the far end. Can't quite see who that is, but it's been turned over. Again at the breakdown. That is a real point of contention at the moment. Wallace on the sideline. Director of rugby will be pulling his hair out. Just trying to fix that issue. Talking to the bench. What's going wrong? It's a little bit high. Ref deems it play on. It's just a little bit offside there. Needs to be careful. Lovely hit though. He's hit him absolutely beautifully. Beautiful height. Great shape. The touchline is going absolutely wild. They saw something the ref didn't. Good pressure. Good defence, Bahrain. There's absolutely no lack of effort. But again, just a little bit of over-eagerness. Is that turned over? Just missed the ref there. Looks like Bahrain's ball. Bahrain's put into the scrum. Didn't quite see what happened there, but Henry Paul making his way back onto the field. That's good to see. Looks like he's been inspected. Not quite sure what the injury was, but glad to see he's coming back on. Obviously, the league and our medical team very tight on head injuries, so anything to do with head, he'll be off for a check. make sure he's healthy and good to continue. Taking absolutely no risk with concussions this year. Big Gibbs coming off for a rest by the looks of it.
It's front row replacement for Card.
A little bit of a frustrating 20 minutes for Lindsay. Wears his heart on the sleeve. But I'm sure we'll see more of him later on in the game. He'll be talking to the lads on the touchline. He's obviously forwards coach, so he'll have plenty to say to the boys. Looking to swing the momentum back into Bahrain's favour. Put into the scrum then. Solid. Just a little bit messy at the back, but that's a great pickup by Rory. That's a really nice skill. Left Logan a little bit up shit creek, but he's back. Oh, Quinn's firing offside. I don't know how that's not been called.
Pings us every time. It's absolutely joke.
That's unusual. It's getting a little bit scrappy out there for a pre-season fixture, but there is no friendlies in this league. And again, Quinn's chance to pump straight into the corner. They look like not quite in the corner. We'll take that, Byron. I'll take that. Quinn's back into the 22. Looking to still build some more pressure. It's really heating up here. I think Bahrain's feeling the pressure. Quins have got their tails up. Quins with another full line out, going straight to the middle. Not quite managed to be stolen by a way through there. Nearly got a paw to it. But they're making some yards here. They're in behind the Bahrain defence. Bahrain scrambling once again. They need to slow this down if they want any chance of stopping the momentum. Oh, and they do. Quinn's fumbling. Really good shot from Aled there, slowing them down. Forcing the knock on. Love to see it, but again, just not where Bahrain want to be at this point. And that is the quarter. End of the second quarter. That brings us to half time. I'm sure there'll be lots of chat from Adam Wallace, Director of Rugby, Ross Preedy, backs coach, and Lindsay will have plenty to say as well. Jack Parry, scrum and defence coach as well. Defence going quite well, but again, just need to start looking after that ball in attack. And we'll be right back just in a few moments. Ladies and gentlemen, I see a few comments about the commentating. I am a tad biased, I have to admit. I work at the rugby club. I am a former player. My name is Elliot Behan, coming to you live from Abu Dhabi. I apologise to any Abu Dhabi Quins fans tuning in. This is the Bahrain RFC YouTube channel. I do my best. I give fair credence to some great play by Quins, and like I said, they have their tails up and they look to have some really good momentum coming into the second half. So it's a great game so far. Let's keep it clean in the comments. Lots of love from Mr. Behan, commentator. Bahrain taking us underway. And the second half starts. That's a lovely take. Fantastic take from Quins. That is not an easy ball to take. That ball will be wet as well. He's taken that overhead. Full height. Oh, someone's got to claim that. And the Quins do. Those 50-50s are really going Quins' way at the minute. There'll be plenty of calls from Bahrain bench, from the Bahrain coaching staff to shore things up, get some possession, slow things down if needed. Although it's pre-season, you are looking to build on your structure of play. And we haven't seen too much of that from Bahrain, and especially in the last quarter. So let's see what they do off this. Will it be a big strike play wide, or will they go up the guts? We've got some really good tools in James Newey and Di Evans in the centres. Really big carrying threats. Rory taps and goes off the back foot. Looks just a little bit isolated there again. Quinn's been able to put plenty of pressure on at that breakdown, but Bahrain retain the ball through another penalty. Now I'm sure they'll just go straight to the corner. Looks like Josh Drain, Northumbria Union graduate. Just placing Bahrain just outside the 22. Just halfway through this game. Feels like it's been going on forever. Feels like it's really been an ordeal, especially for the Bahrain side. Quins have put on loads of pressure in the last quarter. But the score is still 7-7. That's all that counts. Now Bahrain have a really good opportunity for a launch attack. Mackenzie throwing in. Sure, he wanted his first one to be a nice, clean, simple, cool. They go straight to the back, but he hits it. Double tops to Alid. Lovely take from Alid. Josh Drain straight to the line. Rory carrying up the middle like he always does. Always such a threat, such a big carrier, and they finally get a nice clear of the ball. Quinn's defending well, but there has just been a penalty machine. The ref has not been shy in calling anything tonight. Offside called. Now Bahrain should be able to get closer to that corner now. This is really driving territory, hopefully. But Josh is fairly conservative with that. Looks to be still about 10 metres out. A little bit better from Bahrain, a little bit better. The swing in penalties has obviously changed, so it goes to show you Bahrain have kept the ball a little bit more, putting more pressure on the Quins. Quins on the back foot a little bit, but defending well. They're not taking a backward step. They're really meeting Bahrain. Bahrain's big carriers on the gain line, not giving them much. A little bit of a delay here. Mackenzie's first ball going absolutely perfectly to Alid at the back. Really great to have a good option thrown there, but that is just mistimed. Looks like a little bit of miscommunication. Quins have turned that over. Sure, they won't look to play here too much. A couple of phases and then that is going straight into the rosette again, surely. And there they go, they do. Clear, just inside their own 10. Disappointing from Bahrain again. Just a little bit disjointed both sides. Some really good flashes of play. And then fairly simple errors. Either at the breakdown or handling errors, just letting the sides down, which is can always expect a little bit of that in this part of the season, but something that the teams will really need to iron out going into the league fixtures. Again, not the cleanest hands from Quins, but they still retain the ball. Bahrain needs to start getting off this line. Pressure, and again, another handling error, but good pressure from Bahrain. Bahrain looking to play as well off this. Rory on the ball again, good carry. A little bit isolated again, just Quins really strong over that ball and they earn the turnover. That is as clean a turnover as you can get. And they go quick. Referee calls it back, he's not having any of it, it's just a little bit off the mark. Man, Bahrain's big carriers just getting isolated. They're making 10 yards. And Quins are just too strong over that ball, or the supporting players from Bahrain just aren't there. But looks like it might be a Bahrain scrum. Not sure what the call was there. Looks like James knew he's down. But it doesn't look too serious. Maybe a dead leg. He's got a bit of a limp on. Dan Dryden replacing him. Really good to see Dan returning for another season. James not happy about that on his debut. Picking up a little bit of a niggle. Hopefully nothing too serious. But a couple of weeks off now to rest and recover before the league fixtures kick off. Really strange game score-wise. Just 7 points or 7 points each. Not too much going on scoreboard-wise, but plenty to talk about in open play. But neither team will be super happy with their performance so far. But just a little bit disjointed. Obviously, a lot of subs on and off. Hard to build some real consistency with so many personnel changing, but it's the nature of pre-season. And both teams' standards will want to be higher. A little bit of an early engagement, surely, ref. Yep. Romeo goes quickly. Straight to James. His distribution, Romeo's been absolutely as clean as you like. But that looks like an interception. Josh Ray looking to cut down the angle. He kicks early. And that's unfortunate. It looks like he's just panicked just a little bit there. You'd want to keep that in touch and put some pressure. But just kicks it straight out. That's unfortunate. A nice interception from Quins. Another Bahrain throw. Mackenzie and the boys looking to shore up after the last line-out. Went away. That's nice. It's beautiful to Rooster at the back. Rory Drummond taking that lovely. It's a great throw as well. That's a lovely bust-up. Big carry. Didn't quite make too much yardage, but Josh Drain carrying. Just no options, inside or out. Didn't know what to do quite there. Loses the ball forward. Won't be happy. Another Bahrain knock-on. A little bit of a theme of the evening. Like I said, it is wet out here. It is hot. A little bit of humidity in the air, but these handling areas are just unforgivable from both sides. Just makes it impossible to build any real momentum, put any real points on the board. Any real pressure in the opposition 22 if you're just simple handling errors, unable to hold on to your own ball, unable to clear out defending jackalers. Another scrum, looks like a stalemate. Bahrain getting a little nudge on there, good pressure. He's done really well. Romeo's round the back there, nice pressure. Unfortunate, Quins tap and go early. I think that looks just about fine, but there's a few Quins players down. Quins spreading wide, nice kick pass to the corner. That looks really nicely weighted, but that is great defence. Incredible defence by Logan. Great hit. That was a really nicely weighted kick pass, but Logan's read that beautifully. It's like a little tussle. Some handbags at the other end. It's boiling over a little bit. I think both sides are feeling the frustration. 7-all at 50 minutes in is not what they anticipated from this game, I think. I think both sides would have liked to see a bit more free-flowing rugby. A few more points on the board, a few more tries. Well, it's definitely competitive in every facet. So both of our debutants today, James Newey, Henry Poole, just picking up little niggles, but Henry came back on, which is good to see. James Newey just nursing what looks like a bit of a dead leg, so nothing too crazy. A couple of new faces as well. Wilhelm on the bench, who will make his first appearance, and Chris Kropp. Diego Hernandez as well, hopefully making their first appearances today. I'm sure they'll get some good minutes in them. First appearances for the senior team. I know they've played for the Bahrain Golden Oldies, but really good to have them in the mixer for the boys in red and black. Really nice big squad we have in Bahrain this year, so a lot of players will be seeing the field. It's always good for the sport. So we're setting up for the scrum. Bahrain putting. Again, Romeo had a really nice distribution, just hasn't had the cleanest ball all night. Sue gets dominance here. That's a really nice squeeze. Bahrain just nudging ever so slightly forward. Josh Drain taking it to the line, nice carries. Romeo zipping that ball out again. That first receiver's a bit further away than he'd have liked, I think, but Josh clears. The Quins defender's made a bit of a hash of that. He's under pressure. That is a great tackle. That is absolutely outrageous work by Matt Richards in that kick chase. And he earns the turnover. That is outstanding by Matt Richards. A good few appearances for the first team last year. He's really done well there. He's made a great account of himself. Okay, a little bit of energy for the Bahrain team now. That's just a little bit of momentum that they'll love to see. The bench is going wild for that. They love to see a turnover through hard work and grit like a kick chase. Alan cheering the boys on. Getting the lads going. Graham Bishop, blindside flanker here, number 19. Returned to Bahrain last season. Didn't manage to get on the pitch last year, but through work commitments, but now he's back. He's fitter than ever. He's looking good in training. So it'll be nice to see how he gets on. Converting to the back row. Used to play on the wing, used to play a bit in the centre. And he's slowly making his way forward. Be a tight head before you know it. Bahrain nice and slick to the wing. And they regain that. Do they regain it? No. Unfortunate. Not through lack of try. I think it was a little nudge through. But again, squandered chance. Not the jouet rugby we want to see in pre-season. Building a little bit of momentum. Been in the Quins half for a little bit of time now. It'll calm the lads down a little bit, give them a bit more confidence, just to sway things in their favour. I'd say about 6 minutes remaining in this quarter. So Bahrain really love to get onto the scoreboard now. Thank you. This next score is going to be really important. Whoever scores next is going to have some really nice momentum going into the last 20 minutes, and the other team's just going to be chasing. Although it's a pre-season game, neither team want to be tasting defeat this early in the season. Especially Quins on their home ground in front of their home crowd. It's all love in the comments. Like I said, commentary a little bit biased, agreed. But like I said, try and give credit where it's due. Quins have really put up a great fight tonight. Really made a good account of themselves. Look like they'll definitely be very competitive. Battling for the top spots for the knockout rugby that will come later in the season. Really great setup they've got here as well. Really nice big junior section. Good 3 or 4 senior teams. Rugby is thriving in Abu Dhabi, which is really amazing to see. Quins playing out their half, another handling error. Bahrain looking to jump on this. If they get quick ball, this could be dangerous. Logan absolutely screaming for it down this wing. They need quick ball. They're still going. Rory could be dangerous here. He's looking to trundle. Quins slow it down really well, but they give away the penalty. No quick tap and go available. Will they scrum? Will they line out? Will they tap and go? All options potential here. Rory never shy to back himself from this distance against any team. Not sure whether the decision's been made here yet. Quins player, bit of a shove on the way out. He does tap and go. Quins do really well to shut that down. And slow the ball down. They'll be off the line quick here. Alid, nice. Bouncing off the first defender, just making a yard. Every yard counts. Yes, and Bahrain are over there. They finally get over. I said that next score was going to be so important. And Bahrain seal it there. That is beautiful. Finally put some phases together. Finally iron out some of the errors. Finally get over the try line. And that looks like the quarter as well. They've just scored right on the end of that quarter. Josh still to add the 2. I'm sure he'll back himself from here. He's got a nice angle on that. Missed a couple last week, which he won't be happy with, but looks like very confident going up to that. And he's got it. Nailed it. Beautiful. Lovely from Josh. That's 14-7, heading into the final quarter. Exciting times. We'll be right back as the lads get set. calls of do the basics well from the Bahrain bench. I'm sure the Quins chat will be very similar as well. Just one moment as our camera gets focused up. There we go, we are back. Like I said, calls of do the basics well. That's all it'll take to close out this game. But if Quins can really put some faces together, then they're really in with a chance of putting some pressure on. They're into the Bahrain half early doors. And the last 20 minutes of this fixture. Not straight, surely. Nope. Quins hold on to it. Really nice carry up the middle. Oof. Like a fly hitting the windscreen there, Hernandez, but he stops him in his tracks. Good defence, well organised from Bahrain. Quins putting some really nice phases together. Both sides needing to assert their physicality. It's really been an arm wrestle. Bahrain turn it over. Really good pressure from Quins though. And they've cleared the ball. So Lindsay Gibson had enough and he just wanted to get rid. And he does, but the ref's calling it back. Looks like it was out on the full. Kick from outside of the 22 or pass back in. So Quins throwing. Been a bit hit and miss with their lineup. So they'll look to tidy it up. And that is another miss. Bahrain will snap that up. Surely, nope, it's been turned. Quins have retained the ball. So it's 50-50 encounters that many of them are just going Quins' way. Bahrain looking to play out their quarter. They've turned it over. There we go. Bahrain have numbers here. Bit of space out wide. Chris Kropp on the ball. Just need to stay in ball. Oh, offloads beautifully to Dan Dryden, but then another handling error. An unforced handling error from Dan Dryden. Lovely offload by Chris Kropp. Made a few yards, stayed on the island. Love to see that. But the Quins supporters are absolutely loving that. A few tired bodies out there. But absolutely no excuse for the basics going awry. Lindsay Gibson made his way to number 8 now. He's a man about town. Does help being the forwards coach. Just play himself wherever he wants. He'll be at 10 next week. So controversial from the referee. The Quinn supporters do not like it. See what chunk Josh Drain can take out of the Quins half, and he's gone just inside the 10-metre line. Fairly conservative, but always good to make sure. Dylan back on. It's great to see Dylan Piters back on. Formerly a Doha man, a Qatar man. That made his way over a few seasons ago, and he's really made a nice impact. A few injuries, a few operations, but it's great to see him back on the field. Oh, another handling error. Lindsay Gibson will not be happy with that. Just another unnecessary error. Off launch play as well. So disappointing. So disjointed this performance, but lots of things to work on this week in training for both sides, I'm sure. Another scrum. The front row have really earned their beers after the game today. Plenty of live practice for the boys ahead of the league season. Again, another penalty at scrum time for Bahrain. We'll take that all day. Quinn's not happy. They're starting to fall apart just a little bit at crunch time. But they've had an incredible account of themselves so far. They just need to get out of their own half. Bahrain happy to oblige them though. If they're giving away penalties at scrum time, they're just going to lock them down as far in their 22 as possible. And they'll take their time here. Eat up the clock a little bit. It's got a little bit cagey here, both teams. I think just because of the tight scoreline. A lot of errors. Almost feels like a knockout game of rugby. Just both teams on edge a little bit. Another knock on and another scrum. Is it not straight? Commentator's not got a clue. Looks like it's called not straight.
By the way, the new rules are if the other team doesn't compete, you can't give it not straight, which is what Gibbo was talking to the ref there about. Not to criticise the ref, obviously.
Some nice input from there from our cameraman Aidan. Great to hear him. I didn't know he had a voice. New rule: if you don't compete, it can't be given not straight. Very interesting law change. Please discuss amongst yourselves. I haven't got much more input into that. Another scrum. It's like deja vu at the moment. They look to pick and go off the back of the scrum. Bahrain shut it down a little bit, competing at that breakdown, just putting plenty of pressure on. That's a lot of pressure on the kicker as well, but he does well. He's cleared that. Is that surely that's passed into the 22? No. No, he's cleared. Lovely clearance. Just shy of the halfway line. They'll be very happy with that outcome there. That's relieved a lot of pressure. Bahrain were chomping at the bit to get to that 10 then. But he's done really well to thread it through the Bahrain arms. Another line out for Bahrain then. Let's see how we go. There's been some good patches. A few missed throws, a few missed time jumps, and that's another one not so clean, but it looks like they have regained. Looks like they should be able to hit the launch. Another drop ball. No, can't have that, Romeo, unfortunately. Yeah, the ref's not having any of it. He's pulling it back. He's calling the Bahrain knock-on. Was that Charlie who knocked it on there? Maybe been Charlie. Could have been Graham Bishop. Just missed it a little bit there. Not pointing fingers. If I was, I'd blame Alid. Romeo coming off. Good showing from him. Good work. He's dealt with some hard conditions here. He hasn't had the cleanest ball to distribute, but his passing's been on point. He's worked hard in defence. Good showing from him again. All right, see what Quins are going to do off this. I'm sure they'll look to go blind. Looks like they're lining up to go blind. Looks like both options are on though. The nine's coming blind. They haven't got clean ball. Someone's disrupted, and they've charged it down Bahrain. Nice hits. Quins hold on, but Bahrain looking to hold up. That's a lovely hit. High tackle. Probably just a little bit of a seatbelt tackle there. Just around the collarbone. Just messy. The theme of the night. And that is hugely forward. An interesting brand of rugby going on at the moment. Scrums galore. Just very frustrating to watch. I can't imagine what it's like to play in. Just neither side getting going into this 70 minutes in. And we've seen very little like fluid rugby. It's been a lot of stop-start. It's been a lot of handling errors. It's been a lot of penalties. It's early in the season, but the coaching staff of both sides will be frustrated with this. Leadership from both sides will really looking to make some changes ahead of their next few games. Things need to improve for both sides, I feel. Not just Quins, see? I'm not completely biased. Really. They get a nice turn on that opens up the open side for them. Nice carry up the middle. They get fast ball here. Could be on. Oh, he's just regained it. And he's given a pass that just did not need to go. Looks like he's passed into touch, but Bahrain give away another penalty. This is the dangerous spot. I'm sure they'll look to go to the corner here. I'd be surprised if there was any other option. Centre of the field. Just pump that straight as close to the 5 metre line as possible. Easier said than done. Just inside the 22. Just half of this final quarter to go. Quins looking to get on the board here, even things up. Bahrain looking to compete, I think. They do. West just doesn't manage to close that off away through. Quins get some nice momentum going forward. They slow it down, looking to compose themselves. That's a lovely hit. It just slips off it though. Quins carry are really doing well there to ride that big hit from away through. Looks like they've got some space out here. This blind side is looking dangerous. Bahrain need to shut it down. And they snuff it just in the corner. That looked dangerous for Quins. Some really nice phases. Bahrain doing well to snuff it at the end. Really good competition between these two teams. Not the highest quality of rugby, I'm sure. Both sides will agree, but really competitive fixture. Away through takes that beautifully. Lovely, easy throw from Lindsay. Not what the Bahrain wanted. They've just given that back to Quins in there, 22. That's just... disappointing. Quins going up, taking that cleanly, setting really nicely. Bahrain, not sure how. Yeah, it looks like it's a penalty advantage. Quins get over in the corner. Lovely, well worked try. That blind side completely opened up. Really nice try. Bahrain will be disappointed with that, but cannot fault the effort from the Quins. Really well worked. Bahrain just leaving that blind side open. Kick still needs to go over to even the scores. 5 minutes remaining. Just lining this kick up. He'll need ice in his veins, not an easy kick. Strikes it well by the looks of it. And that is over. Beautiful. What a nudge. Makes absolutely no mistake there. High pressure kick, even in pre-season. Even up the scores beautifully with that. Really well deserved from Quins. Bahrain will look to bite back. Sure, well, I would look to compete here. Let's get this ball back. It's 5 minutes to play. They go quite deep. Just again in that middle ground. Not quite a threat to compete. Not quite really long enough, but just outside the 22, so they'll take it. Nice. Dropping that ball there just doesn't allow Quins to exit as easily, just out kicking out on the full, so maybe that is what they're going for. And, Bahrain get the scrum. Really important scrum. Both sides will put everything into this. Every ounce of energy that this pack has got left. This is go time now. Both teams. All the subs. With plenty of minutes in them now, they should be into the game. Really big scrum. And that's Quins with the shove on. Early Dommers, and they get the penalty. Incredible scrum from the Quins. Looks like they just got the shove on. Just beat them to the engagement. And they clear. They clear beautifully. What a nudge. Quins are not over and out yet. They are into the Bahrain half. Just a few minutes remaining. That is the next score likely to win the game. Quins throwing after that beautiful clearance off the penalty. Just overthrown a little bit. But have they regathered? No, they don't. Knock on. Bahrain will be over the moon with that. Around 2 minutes to kill to close out this game, but still need a score to win it. I'm sure they'll look to be really positive here. I think they'll run a nice strike play, but they've got to win that ball first, and Quins are not making it easy. Referee just calling for a reset. I don't want either side to be engaging early and getting dominance through anything a bit shifty and illegal. Like I said earlier, our clock shouldn't be too far off. There's not been too many stoppages in play or injuries, so we're looking at about a minute left. But Quins get the shove on again, and there Bahrain is getting marched backwards, and they've turned it over. Quins, what a scrum. They've really asserted their dominance in that set piece as the game's gone on. Bahrain have really been struggling there this last 30 minutes or so, but that is a lovely hit. Quinn's going backwards. The forwards will be so frustrated with that. I'm sure, and the backs as well, not getting the ball they need. This is crunch time now. Could be moving into last play as we speak. Quinn's looking to keep this alive as much as possible. The next error could be it, and they've kicked it. Unusual. Obviously doesn't know it could be potentially last play. Bahrain cleaning there up. Lindsay screaming for that to carry, and he drops the ball again. Just so uncharacteristic. Not like Lindsay at all. He will not be happy. The ref's called the knock on. And he's called the game there. That was the last play indeed. Game over, 14-all. Bahrain on the road. 14-all. What to say about that game? Certainly an interesting one. I'll leave it to the coaches to dissect that from both sides. But thank you all for tuning in. It's been a fantastic stream again. Again, we apologise if there was any network issues or buffering on your side. We will look to improve that in the coming weeks. We are still dialing in everything for the stream to give the best service for you guys. So thank you all. Thank you to the sponsors. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you to the Quins fans as well. And we'll see you all later on in the season. Thank you for tuning in. Have a good evening, morning, afternoon, wherever you are in the world.
The boys are making their way out to the field now. Just moments away from kickoff.
Dan has a really nice impact.